And boom, and we're live. And welcome to another edition of Life is People. Well, tonight I'm being joined by the fantastic Riff, Rath. So before we go any further, this for people maybe listening for the very first time, not who know who you are. Maybe start from left to right and introduce yourself and what you do in the band.
Oh, that's me. Okay, yeah. I can't tell me left from right. I might as well be a drummer. I'm Jesse. I'm the guitarist.
I'm Butch. I play bass and mumble a bit.
I'm Charlie. I play guitar and I sing.
James, drums.
Sweet,
man. Speak slow and clear.
Right, so
not too many syllables.
Right, so this start from the very basics that people have asked me to start with. How long have you been together?
Well, yeah. we a funny story. Yeah, it's about a year now. We actually had our first meeting about this band the day Bowie died. He thought, "Fuck it, it's competition. I'm out of here." That's it, you know. And we had our first rehearsals when Prince died. So you know, let's hope there's not a world tour. Otherwise, who's going to die tonight? Exactly.
Elton John, you better watch yourself, son.
Nice, bro. Nice.
So you kind of met. What, did you all meet in London or did you meet elsewhere?
What's a long story?
Long story. But so Innes and I know each other from back in Oz. So we worked together for the past 10 years, something like that, for a company, roadie company in Melbourne. And then this lovely young man came to Australia one day and joined our company. And so when I came over to London, I looked him up, and you know, after a night on the booze or whatever, I somehow became his guitar tech for his band. So yeah, you know, that's how everyone gets into this job.
So was there any particular band in particular that will draw you together? Because I know you're kind of in this genre, man. Is there a particular band that you think, fuck it, that's all brought us all together around the cause?
Not really. We all work together, so we all like the similar sort of stuff. Nothing in particular. You can't really say one particular band.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. We all love the same sort of stuff. And tastes. Yeah. All the notes.
No. We took it when we took in music.
Oh, yeah.
So just generally, I mean, where did it all? I mean, I take it you've been. I say this because people who aren't into kind of metal and stuff, they don't understand that it's kind of a lifelong passion, man, and it comes from deep inside your fucking balls. So where did it all start? Where did it all start for you, man? I mean, I'll give you a brief insight. I'm old enough to remember back in the day, the first wave, man. I was back into Maiden in Number the Beast time, so that gives you some sort of credence to where I am. So where did it all start with you guys?
Let me take you back to a time in 1983.
Nice.
No.
Rolf Harris.
Yeah, Rolf Harris live.
He punched a lot of people that day.
Well, he just didn't tie his kangaroo down. It's metal's metal. You love it or you hate it. We love it.
Not that we play any of it, but yeah, I think we've all loved music from an early age, and it's sort of brought us together.
Yeah.
And
I think we wanted something simple.
Yeah,
2 guitars.
And it wasn't that hard to get that together.
Drums. You know what I mean? Like, nothing too fancy. We just wanted to plug and play,
Really.
Yeah, some of the songs are heavy, some of them aren't. Most of them have got some sort of rock aspect to it, but we're not really sort of going to pinpoint, pin ourselves down to one particular sort of genre or type of song. We just, whatever works, we'll try and make it rock and then carry on,
Right, man. So the first.
I'm sorry.
The first thing I've got to ask is, man. I mean, and I speak from my experience when I was in the band. Did you all actually come into this experience knowing an instrument, or was it a case of like, oh fuck it, who's going to play drums, who's going to play bass, who's going to be?
I'm planning on learning drums soon. But then I'll just keep playing with this band.
I was
Well, me and Jesse were two bass players, so someone had to do the rhythm guitar bit, but it just looks better on him. That's
Jesse started off playing the skin flute.
Yeah.
Once again, boys,
He's never looked back since.
The 1/4-inch 1-string banjo.
Yeah.
skip it that music, boys.
You know us.
But we all play in this band, but most of us all play guitar or whatever else.
Yeah.
Charlie plays a few things, piano, and Jesse just plays the full, really.
Yeah.
Just found a few for the match tonight.
Well done.
We've all had like heavy experience with playing a band before, so like be a bit too late to learn the instrument now.
Yeah. Why start now, really?
Seriously, if we haven't picked up by now, man, give up.
Yeah.
Oh, where it is. It's fucking nuts.
We backstage something at that venue, and something's ringing, and we don't know where it is.
We'll just ignore it because it's not for us anyway. So.
Oh, you never know.
You know what it is, don't you? It's the call saying that Elton John's died.
All the Nickelback have died in a fiery plane crash.
His chronic irrigation might go
No, one of the things that fascinates me, dude, and I'm absolutely fascinated by this. When you lot are rehearsing or you lot are jamming together, again, go from experience when I was in the band, we used to jam for fucking maybe 10, 15 minutes straight without playing any vocals at all. Now, is this something that you do? And is it something you made me think of, like, why do we even sing lyrics? I know it's a really left field question, but at the moment I'm on this whole thing of like, why are bands even singing lyrics, man? Forget the lyrics. Just put some heavy shit out.
I guess because we're not a prog band. Let's leave that to Yes and King Crimson and shit.
For people that can play.
For people that can play, that's right. The lyrics and vocals are just to cover up the fucking mess that is Riff.
It's a distraction.
Yeah. Look at the silly monkey over here while we play. Yeah.
I don't think we can write a 15-minute instrumental epic anytime soon. So we like the sort of basic structure of, 2 guitars, bass, drums, and vocals. So,
well, I mean, if live, if at some point live we feel like extending something and just kind of having a bit of a play, we can, and that's the good thing.
Yeah. Usually we just clap hands because we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
One of the things that I have to ask, man, because I think I love to sort of pull the curtain behind all the screens, all this shit, and people always think that rock bands are always kind of like living this great lifestyle. Man. Well, one of the things I have to ask you, I don't care who answers this. What's been the biggest kind of fallout in the band, man? Because I know it's true, man. Don't give me all that we all get like a band of brothers that we're all happy hippies, man. I know the truth, dude. There's going to be some conflict in there somewhere. So is that something you kind of manage, or is that something you actually sort of use to sort of go out in the music?
We just fight.
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, the only gripe I have is that these guys won't let me play my 15-minute instrumental. So that's about the only night. Because we all work together, we've lived together, we've toured together. Everyone's done everything together. We're pretty much a solid unit.
We've gotten used to the fact that Charlie's a cunt, so we just live with it.
Pretty much, man. We're basically
Speaking
support
of which, boys,
workers.
I think it's that time.
Fucking hell. Oh, sorry, I'll get my microscope out, shall I?
Oh.
Hey.
No, we all get on really well, mate.
Yeah.
It's, there's never been a drama, and I couldn't see anything really happening unless some sort of really 5 a.m. drunk altercation over who's going to eat the last chicken nuggets.
It's always the Frenchman's fault.
Yeah.
Never...
We've always blame the French.
Who had the sandwich? Who had the last line?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, one of the things that I'm always fascinated, man. I'm stuck up here in the middle of the Highlands, man. So I kind of feel like I might have touch with the whole kind of what's going on down, particularly in London. But how do you find it? The experience of are you trying to get gigs? Trying to is it trying to get just just general trying to build up an audience in London. Because the reason I mention this, because people, often ask me, particularly from the American audience, they go, oh, but London must be really like the hit place to play all kind of, you can go to these venues everywhere. And I'm like, no, that's not the truth, man. So maybe sort of give a reflection of what it's like to sort of be and play in London at the moment.
Well, who wants to take that?
I'd say, like, with other bands, maybe it was a bit harder, but like with this band, to be honest, like it's been we've been lucky to kind of with the years of roadieing he's got the kind of connections we've got already.
Yeah,
we've been lucky to actually have people listening to the demos we've been doing either in the bedroom or at his place.
The shower,
Shady Road. We've been put up, and the first gig we've ever did was supporting a band called Birth of Joy at the Borderline, which was quite a good venue. And so we just got straight to the thick of it.
Yeah, rather than like slogging it out doing the pub gigs,
which we're happy to do now.
We're happy to do it. But we had an opportunity because of a bloke who was a fan of us, who happened to be a promoter.
Jesse kidnapped a promoter in the pub.
Pretty much.
And said, like, give me a gig.
Locked him in the prayer closet,
That's the advice for anyone who wants to start a band.
Kidnap a promoter and just feed him biscuits.
And bring knee pads.
Exactly. But look, and he's helped us out immensely, big shout out to him.
Whoever he is.
I don't know if I should mention names. No, Gary. We'll call him Gaza. Gaza. There we go. But so it's
hard. That is, be honest. Like it's the city's quite could be prestigious to actually play but. Yeah, there's so many weird promoters, so many like kind of things to avoid. It's a pretty expensive city to live in, so playing is exactly the same. It's just have to go for it,
You're lucky
if you love it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be in for the love, man, because your gig fee won't even cover your transport costs these days. It's just the way it is. So you got to slog it out in that kind of respect. But, kudos to the bands that are doing it and to keep doing it.
No, I think it's fascinating you speak upon, man, because I say this week in, week out on this podcast that I think the whole idea of what you've just spoken upon has just been lost in this world of instant gratification and instant success. And man, all the bands I've always respected have always done it the hard way, and they're still here playing, man. You can still see Anthrax, you can still see Slayer, and they haven't done it by radio play, and they haven't done it by big companies and that bit backing them. And I think this is the mentality that I think. Not only is it a really strong mentality, and I think particularly where we are now, the age we are right now, there's a huge wave about to come, and I think the bands that really get hold of this and realise that, hey, distribution is about to flip its head, and bands are going to have all the power in the world, and it's how many of them will make use of it. And I've always said this is what reminds me of when the first sort of wave hit, and what bands really took the edge off was they went, okay, let's distribute amongst ourselves, let's do cassettes and stuff like that, because that was the edge of technology. And now I think the edge of technology, as you know, I fly the flag for it, is to basically bands get hold of it themselves and distribute themselves and forget any middleman and just do it themselves.
We're going to do a few gigs and save up and buy a dozen carrier pigeons. And go super old school.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe step up to Morse code one day.
Yeah, carrier pigeon distro. There's a lot to be said for it.
Well, it is, man.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, because at the heart of it, and I think that's what I'm thinking you absolutely spot on about, is doing it for the love, man. You're not doing this for the money or the success, man. You're doing it for the money. Let's be right, man. You're doing it because you've got one shot in life, man. And what would you rather be, playing out there tonight, going in front of a crowd and playing that, or sat home watching X Factor? That's the real shit of it, man.
It's a toss.
Well,
I think it's on tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got a new place, and the kebabs are really good. I mean, like, you got a kebab, it's a fucking tough one.
It's a tough one.
That's how you call it.
Yeah, but I mean,
if we get paid in kebabs, we'll be there every fucking night.
it's funny that you, it's funny that you mention X Factor, man, because I mean that's how people think that they crack it these days. Is that they go on a show and be judged by fucking 3 panelists?
No, it's just how people crack off these days.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's not much of an easy way around other than just doing hard graft and playing through the trenches for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, 100%.
People kind of forget
100%.
about like doing it consistently. That's the thing. You need to do it consistently. There's no like even bands that come out nowadays. You can say it's shit or it's not. The thing is like there's fucking work behind it.
Yeah.
And it's not like instant gratification is instant shite as well. You gotta go up and down in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
We just want to carry on with what we do as long as we can. Yeah. And
with a smile on your face.
With a smile on your
There's
face.
nothing moody, is there? I mean, bloody hell. I mean, the bird singing out there, it looks like she's been fucking, like, caught in a fucking wasp's nest. I mean, fuck's sake.
I mean, it's funny that you see, like, bands just go on stage and go through the motions, which I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but you should see behind your back when you're playing.
We go through the bowel motions.
Yeah, exactly. Toast me now. No, go on, you go.
No, I was just going to say, man, I kind of feel like I have to ask some technical details, man. What kind of, let's go again through all the equipment. What are you all using, like, actually playing wise? I mean, guitars and what drum kit are you using?
This is a good time to do the importance. Yeah. I'm an avid fan of electro harmonics gear. Bust all the way. Electro harmonics, that is. EHX.
I love Ampeg. They're so solid and warm and hard. And I play Rickenbackers and a Gibson Ripper as well, which is a silly old number.
Yeah,
but Ampeg. Ampeg and Ampeg.
Ampeg? What was that? Did you mention Ampeg?
Yeah, apparently they make these great bass slips. And I'm not wearing a t-shirt tonight. I usually do.
You didn't speak about your guitars.
Oh, didn't I?
No, you just said.
I got some guitars.
Electro harmonics.
Oh, what's wrong with electro harmonics? Sorry, their gear's really good. But guitars wise, buddy.
Charlie hasn't got any guitars. We just find some.
Exactly. All of his guitars are borrowed.
He never gives them back.
No, that's the thing. That's the point.
He plays a Gibson SG.
Oh yeah.
And a
F-Phone Flying V.
F-Phone Flying V.
It's ridiculous.
And through a Tiny Terror Orange. And
that's orange.
Orange.
Ching.
Ching.
And your cab is like custom stuff.
Yeah, cab was a weird one, man. Yeah. It was just a put together thing that this guy had, and it's old school Fame speakers in it, and it's ripping, absolutely ripping. We love our weird boutique kind of like no name shit, because it's you get your individual sound out of it. God, I sound like a fucking wanker.
Yeah. Dabs. I'm bored of them. Yeah. Fucking clue what they are.
Exactly.
Look at that old piece of shit. I don't know that.
Does that
Good.
sound shit?
Yeah.
I play his Ibanez
Destroyer.
And my Fender Telecaster.
And his Fender Telecaster through my Hayden amp.
He does own something.
Yeah. And the 212.
212 Wham.
Yeah, Wham.
That's it.
And I'll just play some drums, mate. Whatever I can find, bang them on.
Well, man, as any kind of decent band will know, man. I mean, I wonder if I talk to you guys in a year's time, whether the drummer's still going to be there, man. Because every band I know, the drummers go like that, like that. Like that.
I'm meant to know yet.
The last one died from combustion.
Yeah.
Self-combustion, the last one.
He choked on the vomit.
That
wasn't his vomit. Someone else's vomit.
It was someone else's vomit, but still choking.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to dust the vomit.
Yeah, I want to go. Right,
You got to stay. I'll go quickly because we might have a sound check now. So don't.
No, that's cool, man. Look, I'll tell you what, dude. I know you're all in the sound check, man. So I wanted to just make this really just a quick one tonight, just to give you a quick introduction, to say hello, stuff like that, man. I really want to sit down with you maybe one night and we have a real sit down and talk the shit about life, man. Because I don't think pre-gig is a really good time.
We'll bring the beers.
We'll come up and play in Scotland later on this year.
Well, August we're playing Hadrian's Wall. We're doing On the Wall Festival in August.
Nice, man. Cool. Well, like I say, man. Well, let's give quick shouts tonight. I mean, what time do you go on tonight?
8:15.
8:15.
At the Crowndale in Camden,
Mornington Crescent.
And it's in association with Camden Rocks. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's it.
Read between the lines. Condition TNC supply.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, look, the other thing, just before we do, Chris, I'm going to play out with Butchered Park, because that to me is, and as you know, man, that's kind of inspired some artwork in me, and I kind of love that track. I've had it on a loop the last few days. So just on a quick one before we do go, what's the plans for putting out new? I mean, you got people go to SoundCloud, they can see your 3 sort of tracks there. Is there any plans for some new tracks coming out soon?
Yeah,
we're mixing.
We're mixing at the moment.
Exactly, we're mixing at the moment.
Yeah. So we're cool. But like, you know, we haven't got a live ball. We just we haven't put them up.
It's the time and money thing again. Once again,
it's a fighting EP. We've got a first track called Joe Bone, which is actually on the SoundCloud.
Yep.
But it's the SoundCloud's demos at the moment. So we went to studio and
Soup Studios. We went to.
Yeah.
Soup Studios. Actually, shout out to these boys. They were fucking great boys.
Wicked studio.
Great sound. 2-inch tape. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And the other track is called They Still Call Me Bruce. It's a kind of a
homage to Bruce Lee.
Homage to Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
We put him on the door in case he comes to the gig.
Well, perfect. Well, perfect. And just before we do go, where can just let people know if they were watching this, where they can reach out to you, where they can find you on Twitter and stuff.
Oh fuck me.
Riff Rath UK.
Riff Rath UK. That's the Facebook.
Instagram.
Riff Rath UK is the Twitter. Riff Rath UK is the Instagram. Riff Rath UK. Just Riff Rath UK. Have I mentioned Riff Rath UK?
But it's Riff like a riff, double F, and Rath is just RATH.
Yeah.
So you know.
Or Rath. Rath, darling, without
Rath.
the W.
Without the W.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
W.
Well, like, I'm going to play it with Butcher Park while I'm queuing this up. Maybe just while I'm queuing up, kind of give me sort of like background to this track, you know, how it came about.
This is our first. Was it our first written track?
Second.
Oh man, you know,
Butcher Park is, I think,
Charlie was just banging around on the guitar and he played a riff and I thought it sounded cool, so we built a song around that. And where me and Jesse were living, we called it Shabby Road. Because it was like shabby. AKA the Crackdown. Yeah. So it just built off out of a riff, and we structured a song out of it. And within an hour or something, we had pretty much what you're hearing now is the result of an hour's hard graft in Shabby Road. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, cool. This is Butcher Park from Riff Rath, and like I say, have a great gig tonight, lads. And away from here in Scotland, now in London, this life is people, and this is Butcher Park people.
Cheers, mate! We'll catch you soon, mate.
It's no other people unexplained. It can be called wonder of the spiritual pain. Can't seem to pick it up, oh no, baby. Just too hard, it's really hard for nowhere. Show it up, yeah. I don't care about what's inside your troubled mind. Crazy, just talk too much. Please be careful what you say, 'cause I'll never make it sound till the crazy ones are gone. I don't see better, even calling my name. My spiritual brother is just a little insane. Maybe it's just too hot, it's really hot, I know better. Just snort it up and show it up, yeah. I don't care a lot, and I never want to see what's inside your troubled mind. 'Cause you're fucking crazy, you just talk too much. Please be careful what you say, 'cause I'll never make it sound till the crazy ones are gone.